Oh hey, I didn't see you there. So, you want to learn what it's like to become a pilot, do you? You came to the right place. Let's start from the beginning. Humans have always dreamed of flying. Being a pilot, you can finally fulfill that dream that mankind has always had, such as the Wright brothers did. As for myself, I always wanted to be a pilot because I grew up in a household where both my parents were in the military. My dad was in war a lot, my mom was at work a lot. I was home by myself as a kid a lot, couldn't really go anywhere to hang out with people, play a lot of sports. So I grew up kind of like a nerd, just watching movies, playing video games and stuff. And one of them that really stuck with me was Star Wars. And I always wanted to do that. I always wanted just to fly in space, fly anything, and they always stuck out to me. Besides that, growing up more symbolically, I wanted to be a pilot because it stuck to my religion more. I saw the good and bad in the world, and I always wanted to have the feeling of, flying above the troubles of the earth, being above the clouds, as being to escape the moment. Escape your troubles, at least in the moment. So after I decided that I wanted to become one, the first step I did was look up where I can become one. And I always grew up believing the rumors that you cannot have bad eyesight, at least in the military. I found out those were fake, and I did not know if I wanted to join the military right away because I saw my parents were at war a lot. So I decided to go with civilian route. When I decided this, I looked up the nearest airports that have flight school, and the closest one to me was Lancaster Airport. It was a small little one. Pretty much they all do the same thing. They call it Discovery Flight. Discovery Flight costs around $100, mostly everywhere I look, and to take you around pretty much like a scenic route. So in Buffalo, New York, took us around the city, around the Galleria Mall, and around the Buffalo Airport, and for me back to Lancaster because I started there. Here's some footage of my first flight. My parents were also allowed to come with me. As you can hear, my dad was really excited about it. So after you start flying, taking some lessons, you learn some maneuvers, like steep turns, stalls. If you're used to video games or movies, you always heard about the classic stalls and stuff, so you learn how to get out of those and fly safely. The main thing, other than that you learn, is how to take off and land. Takeoff is one of the easiest parts probably, as people say. Landing's probably one of the hardest parts of actually learning how to control the plane itself.
And you're down, Ryan. What do you think?
After you learn how to land, then you do what's called a solo. And what I mean by solo is what it sounds like. You actually fly the plane by yourself without the instructor. You just go around what they call the pattern of the airport, and you just take off and land by yourself. After that, where I did it, it's tradition, you cut the back of your shirt off and you wrote down the date and your name of your first solo because you finally flew a plane by yourself for the first time. So after you do your first solo, the next step is you have to do what is called a cross-country flight. And your flight instructor go over this with you. Pretty much call it cross-country, but what they mean by that is it has to be over 30 nautical miles. Some of these are the flight instructor first, but then you can go on a solo cross-country, so by yourself, a couple miles away from home. And one of the best feelings that you get while getting your first license is when you go on a solo cross-country and you land at a different airport miles away from your house. You get out of the plane, you lock it, you chalk it, you look around, take your first deep breath in, and you just say, wow, I just actually flew a plane somewhere, got out, and I can walk around a different city, wherever you are. It's a really great feeling that I think everybody will enjoy. After solo cross countries, you practice for your test. For me, the one flight instructor was leaving before I got signed off to take my test, so I got to go with him on a flight with his flight instructor to show me what's like a multi-engine plane, and this is footage from that flight that I took with him. First you take a written test. I got a 95 on it. And then that's not all for a test though. Then you have an oral exam with the flying exam after the written exam. After you get your license, you get it in the mail. It looks like this. It's a really good feeling to have that. You walk around with that in your wallet. You're officially a pilot then. Anything after that, whenever you fly, you're officially the pilot in command, the PIC. After you get your private pilot's license, if you want to fly to get money or become a more experienced pilot, is you want to get your instrument rating add-on. This means that's basically your second license, fancy term for saying it, and you are allowed to now fly in clouds. This is different than the first one because even though you're still a private pilot, it adds as much information as the first one and way more laws and stuff, which is pretty much the hardest thing to learn. The flying part, you have to fly with these things called foggles if you're not in clouds, or you have to fly in clouds to get instrument time. And every school you're going to need instrument time for that. And you also do approaches to land without looking outside. This sounds scary to people. It might actually be the first couple times to do it. And you get certain charts that teach you, show you how to do it. And they look like this. This is also some footage of me and some professionals doing an instrument approach. Also, to learn how to fly, use navigational instrument certified equipment, such as using a WASP GPS and or VOR.
approaching decision height. Minimums. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Then the next step is commercial, and you can officially get paid for flying, or you can join the Air Force and they teach you everything. The steps I would go if you want to stay a civilian, and if you're not like the military or the idea of it, I would get my flight instructor's license and be a flight instructor first. You gain up hours, and then you go to a regional airline, which is a smaller one that pays less, but you get hours for turbine engines. After that, you can go to the airlines. The airlines everybody go, and they pay the most, so it's all up to you. So fly safely.